Yo, yo, yo! I'm gonna have another video for you guys, and this time it's about Skylar DeRouen. Yes, I'm speaking on Tyler. Actually, I kind of watched his videos and I found him very funny indeed. I'm not gonna lie. I found Skylar entertaining and funny. Just from my perspective, like he'll be saying something like, "Hey, the borders are wide open." Cause I kind of got introduced to him by Abba and Peach. Cause they done a video on him when he was like, "The borders are wide open," and I was like, "Who's this dude?" And then when I watched the video, I was like, this guy's kind of funny. Even though some of the stuff he's saying was kind of exaggerated. But hey, let's watch this video.
First of all, a lot of these women do not know that I literally run a counterintelligence agency, a hooker counterintelligence agency, a 304 counterintelligence agency on Patreon.
Okay, this is bad. Okay, so Skylar did something where he was posting videos saying he was on the run. He said, so let's just rewind things back. So we got yourself someone like Floyd. Who remembers Floyd? He was a so-called passport bro. He got arrested. We don't know anything what he's been doing is true or false. We don't know yet. Well, Floyd Wallace Jr. arrested. That guy was a clown. The stuff he was doing before being this so-called passport bro, you can just tell that this guy had no direction. He was just doing anything for views. As for Skylar, he kind of like was poking the bear a bit too much. Where he was on YouTube saying, "Hey, I'm on the run. I deported myself from Brazil. The block is hot." And then he was saying weird things like, yeah, I'm not going back. I paid my rent up to December 2026. I'm not going back to Brazil. But you guys can rent my place out for me. But don't sleep in my bed. And it just seemed a bit weird. Like, why would you not want to go back? But then I got this Tempur-Pedic mattress. I'm like, okay. That's all. And then he explained like, oh yeah, I'm having the mattress sent back to me. Then he ended up saying, oh, that whole thing was a one giant lie. It was just to direct you to my Phantasm site. Because now I got all record signups. So basically he said that he catfished us, or video fished or whatever, tricked us all into thinking he was under some investigation when he wasn't, only for us to be funneled into his Phantasm site, which he said got record signing and he made all this money. And I don't know what's on the site, but I remember he had a Patreon and he said what was on Patreon was too spicy, so they deleted the Patreon. So he decided to have his own Patreon type site for himself. Okay, that's long story short. Here's the problem. Afterwards, after that video, he goes back to Brazil. And I remember watching a live stream. He didn't say nothing too spicy in the live streams, but whatever's on the Phantasm site, YouTube doesn't seem to want him to be on YouTube anymore. Cause I noticed his how can I put it? His actual
AI can do
what's this video? Yeah, his actual, how can I put it? His content wasn't bad. Like I think he started to see and realize that what he had been putting out on YouTube was bad at first, but it seemed like he started to clean up his content a bit more. So it was less about passport bro stuff and less about this women complaining about passport bros, and he was just doing reactions to that. So he was cleaning up his act. It was cleaned up, but I think it was a bit too little, too late for him. And as for Brazil, I think they're looking at this whole passport bro thing as an organization, because they'd seen someone like Floyd linking up with someone else, you know, and they're seeing them in videos together, and they have this guy linked with that guy in one video to another. So according to people in Brazil, the authorities in Brazil, this is an organization. And Floyd, he may have taken down the whole organization with these pedo antics. I'm not saying he's a pedo, it could be a PDFI, who knows. But just him alone doing what he did, being linked with other people in this so-called organization, they're looking at everybody. And if you're all talking about the same things, you're gonna take your channels down. That's what happened to Skylar. His channel was taken down. Is it because of the spicy content? I don't know. I don't think it was anything he was doing on YouTube specifically, but other people as well have been taken down. He may get his channel back because he's a smart guy, but I've seen things where sometimes you don't get the channel back, and it's a process. And I don't think Skylar's really hurting for money anyway. He keeps saying he's a multi-millionaire, so he's fine. But the problem with this is like the traffic that YouTube was giving him, which he was redirecting to his Phantasm, is gone. And YouTube traffic is very good. Even though he was probably getting about 5,000-10,000 views a day, that wasn't paying his bills. It was the going to the off-site channels that he had that was paying his bills. The Phantasm. Well, I don't say it was paying his bills. He did say it was bringing in about 10,000 a month. His Patreon. So that's what was paying his bills. But then again, he does say he has other avenues of revenues of money. So now that's gone. The YouTube, because he was funneling people from YouTube to that, and I think that's the problem. I remember this girl, she used to do these videos, and she was strangely funneling people from her YouTube channel to her adult channel, and that's a no-no. You can't link from YouTube to an adult site. That's she disappeared. She's gone from YouTube now. It's really dumb that someone can do something like that and think they can get away with it. I know, because YouTube, they're trying to clean up their act a lot. It's like the way they're having YouTube now, it's on people's TVs. So the last thing you want to do is have an adult website linking from YouTube to outside to an adult website. You know what I mean? And that's what these people are doing, and they really are cleaning things up. Cause I went on YouTube, and I was like, wow, man, this thing's got real adverts on my TV. Man. I was like, wow, come a long way from when I started YouTube, way back when you just had like side ads. There weren't even TV type ads on there. Then they got the TV type ads, and you're thinking, oh, this is going towards TV now. And here we are. YouTube's on your TV via app. But I kind of like detracted them. Where was that? Skylar, yeah. So Skylar, he should be fine. But would he be back on YouTube? If he comes back, he would have to clean up his act systematically. He would have to find some avenue or way of talking about something else. Because if he starts going back into the block is hot, and where to find women and all sorts of nonsense like that, I think YouTube will just ban him again, and they ban him permanently. But he could probably get his channel back. Say he didn't know what the problem was, blah blah blah, and they'll be like, yo, you can come back, but just don't talk about the stuff you were talking about before. And the thing about it wouldn't serve him any good to come back on YouTube, because what he was talking about, the whole passport bro movement and the women in Brazil, it was what's bringing in the money or bringing the traffic into the Phantasm. So you have to not even talk about that anymore. And is he a secret pimp or a secret trafficker? I don't know. He's in Brazil. He is having the time of his life. He seems to find a lot of hot women in Brazil. Are they just random women? Are they escorts? I don't know. But you know, the type of women that seem to be in these boat parties, most likely sometime they're escorts. I'm not saying that he has escorts on these boat parties, but most of the time when you ever see these Dubai boat parties and you look at some of these women, they are down low escorts. Well, 304s. But you make of that what you want, but let's hope Skylar gets his channel back, because some of the stuff he was spitting on the channel, some of it was some good facts. Some of it, you know, like he would tell you how to rent houses, buy houses. But I think all the 304 stuff would have to stop, and he has to go for another route into creating content. Because a lot of these guys in the passport bro movement now, they're wetting their pants right now, and they're scared. They're scared because they had a number of them just poof, gone within 48 hours. And I looked at their views, man. Some people say they're making a lot of money. I've gotten like 34 million views. I've got like 1 billion views on the channel, and you know, I'm doing fine. And they're making about 10-15,000 views a day. I'm like, they're doing good. And I was on like 500,000 views a day. You know, I'm like, man, they're doing good with that. I guess in the country they're in, they're doing okay. You know, if you're in Thailand, you're in Brazil, that type of money could tide you over with a online job. You're good. But now that's gone, you know, these guys are like, they need to find somewhere else to make money. That's why I never ever mess with YouTube, because as much as my YouTube revenue now has gone down, it's still worth having YouTube revenue, because down the line things could change. A lot of YouTubers, it's one of those things that keeps changing all the time. Every couple of months it will change, and you don't know what video might pop up and be famous again. Because I've had videos that were dead and then out of nowhere it just started to get views. Now, speaking of where the views came from, it's because of someone made a video and they reacted to another video, and then the views just go up. And I could be earning like 50, 60, 70 pounds a day. So yeah, that's why I never really take the piss with YouTube. You know, they're out there, and I don't know if it was an AI algorithm that got rid of these guys, but I don't think it is. Because these guys have been specifically, you know, laser focusedly targeted by YouTube, because they're deleting quite a few of these guys. And I think this whole YouTube showing women red light district, I think it's gonna stop soon. Because when it comes to these countries, they want people to go to the countries for the culture. Yes, there may be escorts there. What to do? There's escorts everywhere. But if your primary focus is on the red light district and where to find women for that specific purpose, that's not the type of promotion they want in their country. And I think the people in Brazil have been watching the videos. A lot of people don't realize, even though, because their videos get so low views, you know, something like around about like 10-15,000 views, they're thinking they ain't been watched. Boy, you've been watched, and they don't like what you're doing. Anyway, like, subscribe, and I'm out.